You sent your first model. Congratulations, my friend. But now the real game begins. Most of the people fail here. They send their first model, then they have no fucking system, they look unprofessional, they get no results, and the model leaves them after a couple weeks. So to avoid this, I gonna show you my onboarding system, what I do when I sign a new model. First of all, you gotta understand the potential. Is it a new model? Is she new to OnlyFans? Does she already have an OnlyFans? How much existing follower does she have? Does she have Instagram follow? Does she have TikTok? Does she have an OnlyFans? How much is she making? First, you analyze what potential does she have? How much can she do? How much content she's willing to create? What is her work ethic? Is she ready to produce 20 TikToks a day? When yes, very nice, very good model. Does she only want to work for 1 to 2 hours a day? Okay, no fucking problem. Then you discuss the percentage different and you run different strategies. For example, if a model is willing to produce 20 TikToks a day, very simple, you run a lot of TikTok accounts and then re-edit the accounts and repost even more, then you run 100 of accounts. Simple. If she's only ready to produce 3 TikToks a day, then you have to do them very high quality. And if she even has less time, then you should run black hat methods, which are very risky and need a lot of competency. So thing is, if you don't know the work ethic and the goals of the model, it's very hard to make the right content plan for her. I mean, that's simple. Also ask about her goals. Then you can look how much is she really ready to produce. For example, she says, yeah, I want to make 10k a month, not 10k on revenue. I want 10k into my pocket. Then you need to tell her, you want to make 10k? Okay, then you should work like you want to make 10k. Normal people don't do 10k. You gotta work more than other people to achieve this goal, or do things other people don't do. You gotta be more controversial, get more attention, or you gotta produce way more TikToks than other people. Then 20 TikToks a day should be the baseline. I mean, normally today you don't really need that much TikToks because you can re-edit and repost them on different accounts. But if you get a small number of high quality TikToks, most of the time it's enough. But if you are doing a very high quality, sometimes it takes a lot of time. But it's not really needed all the time. There are ways to get around it. My favorite way is still re-editing Instagram Reels and reposting them on mass accounts. Still the best strategy for years. Like I said, you have first to analyze her potential. Look at her Instagram, her TikTok, how much followers does she have, how much people are already gonna buy, how much people are sitting there on her OnlyFans. Is she new? Is she experienced? What is her work ethic? How much is she ready to work? What goals are her? Does she have dreams? Does she want to get to fucking Bali or some shit like that? Ask her out everything, get as much information as possible from her. Then look how open is she sexually. That's important. You can, for example, she says she don't want to show pussy or she don't want to masturbate in front of the camera. Then you have to get it into the content plans. Some of you tell me, yeah, I have a non-nude model, how should I promote her? There are ways around it. You can still make money with nude models because OnlyFans is more about relationships. Some girls even make money without selling their fucking body. You can easily do that. It's not a fucking problem. You just have to play a relationship. Maybe I should make another video about how to promote non-nude models. So how open is she sexually? So you're gonna build content plans. Why do we need content plans? Because we wanna look like a professional. Even if it's your first fucking model, you gotta look professional. Otherwise, if you don't look professional, the model will leave you. Simple. I mean, why should she work with an agency who has no clue if there is another agency who has clue? And most of the agencies are playing competence even if they don't have it. So you also gotta play competence to stay relevant in the game. So get content plans, look out. How much is she ready to produce, what kind of content she's ready to produce, and then give her a plan. You need a chatting persona. Before you make the content plan, you need a chatting persona. Normally we send the girls a file. There are some questions about her. We ask her about her optic, height, foot size, hair color, very important stuff because every person knows her foot size. You know your foot size, I know my foot size, everybody knows their foot size. When the fit fetish motherfucker comes, then she asks about her foot size, you should be able to answer the question because every real girl should be answered the question and your chatter should be able to answer the question. So your answer, you send her the chatting persona where all the questions are ready. She tells her foot size, her real size, breast size, because some fans want to make gifts, they want to give them a bra. Also hair color is very important because some of the girls like to change in the cosplay or anime niche, like to change their hair color all the time. So that's one thing which is important. Just get everything about the optic. How is she? Is she skinny? Does she have blue eyes? I mean, some things are obvious, but some things change. Like I said, hair colors, wigs, all that shit. Not that you shatter things that her blue hair is real and not a wig or some shit like that. Especially if you're in fetish place. For example, you have a foot fetish model. Foot fetish normally are not that good niche, very saturated, but if you have a foot fetish model, you should be able to tell what foot size she has. Like I already said, you can also think about it in other niche. For example, somebody has a fetish and bro, I don't know, one guy was interested in the model's hand size, how big her hands are. But it's not that important because who knows his fucking hands anymore, motherfucker? Who the fuck knows how long that shit is? And why the fuck does you want to know it? Some people just want, but keep the basics. Just every stats you know about yourselves, you should know about the model and have it in the paper. Personality: is your model dominant, playful, virgin? What vibes does she give up on TikTok, Instagram? Think about it. If you get the right vibes, you get the right people. And your chatters should go into that vibe the model is in. For example, on TikTok, your model is in the femdom niche. She's very dominant, she's very strong and everything. And then your chatter only chat with the 4 next door girls. And he's sitting there and talking way too softly with the girls on the page. Very, very dumb. Not very effective. Very important, their interest. I mean, like I all the time say in the chatting part of my videos, interests are very important because personality is everything. Personality is everything on OnlyFans. The most important thing is the personality, because that personality is the thing which gives the people a bond. That gives the thing which makes people fall in love with your model. You're gonna write on their interests. What does she do in her free time? Does she like tennis? She likes playing tennis. She likes cosplay. She likes gaming. She likes anime. Write that shit down so your chatter really knows what he's actually doing and not just sitting there and telling about, yeah, your model likes fucking Afghanian food, which she never heard about, and it's for fucking American Girl. It doesn't make any sense. So you gotta go to the interests. She asks what are your hobbies. The chatter should look at the paper and exactly know what interest the model has. Also, her goals are very interesting. It gives the personality a little bit more depth. For example, you can talk, the model goal wants to visit New York on New Year. She's saving money for it. Very nice. Then the guy thinks, oh, I live in New York. If I spend enough money, I have a chance to meet this girl. And maybe when she saves money, I spend money on her. She saves more money, and then she will like me more, and then she will maybe sleep with me when she's in fucking New York. But in reality, the model will never go to fucking New York, because why should she visit this motherfucker there? So you play it on time, later and later, and one day she wanna visit her. Another one, help her grandma out. Some models, some of my models, want to help her grandma out in Ukraine, and her grandma can't work and has to work and needs a lot of money to sustain. The pension, what's the word? Pension, the rent, not the rent, pension, the pension, which old people get in Ukraine is literally $70 a month, which is literally nothing. So you gotta tell all your Sims, can you help me out with my grandma? She's very ill and she needs some meds or some shit like that. And then they send the money, and if 10 people send $200 for meds, it's a very nice money. So also tell goals, wanna help her as a grandmother, run a fucking marathon, because on Instagram she makes all the time marathon or running content. All that stuff works very, very good. Then after we got the model's persona and the content plan, we gonna optimize the funnel. Why do we optimize the funnel directly? Because the model give her account. She doesn't know who you are. She just saw an ad from you or heard from another person that you make good OnlyFans models. Now she has to say the changes. She has to see the changes. If she don't have an OnlyFans account, you create everything for you and just let her verify the account. You create the OnlyFans account, write her a bio. If she has a bio, you rewrite it. It doesn't matter if her bio is good, you rewrite it just to show we make changes, we make something new, our stuff is better. You set the frame, what we do is better and what we do is right, and she sees fast changes in her profile pic and banner, just make it more aesthetic and brand look like. And you optimize this shit, and then she already looks, this guy knows he does. He signed me, and the next day he already changed all my stuff and made it look way more aesthetic, way more trustworthy, make it way more look professional. Very nice, I can trust him. Then the model's automatically more motivated because she sees changes, something happens. She signed with you and something is happening. You are not just sitting there and jerking off to her pictures. You are sitting here and you're giving her life changes on her account. Yeah, also check out her welcome message. Most of the models, if you sign them and they never work with an agency or work with a shit agency, their fucking welcome message is absolutely shit. So optimize it. I have a very old video which is, I think, very good about welcome messages, how to optimize them. It's better to have no welcome message than a shit welcome message. That's what I say. So optimize the account, optimize her cross-platform branding, Insta, YouTube, Linktree, OnlyFans. Look that everything has the same vibe. If she's a gaming girl, look that she's all platforms looking like a cosplay girl. You directly see she's a cosplay girl. She has the same vibes on every channel. She has the same brand colors. For example, he's pink and everywhere because she's like this girly girl. And is there with her fucking ear headset thing, cat ear headset on every platform and looks the same. And the brand identity goes from platform to platform. Very important, consistency. Consistency is building trust because it's fucking consistent. If something is consistent, the brain thinks, yeah, this happens all the time and it's known. And if something is known, that means he can fall in love with it. So very important, consistency in branding and platform crossover. I mean, you can't be a fucking gamer girl on all the fonts, sport girl on Instagram, and then a fucking goth girl on fucking YouTube. That's fucking weird. That's chaos in itself, and it doesn't sell right. Consistency in branding is very important, and you optimize it. Also, you look that the username on every platform is the same. For the subs, it's way easier to find you. For example, they saw your girl on YouTube. She is like Lara XZ. Then they look for Lara XZ on Instagram if they look for you, even if you have no call to action. Even if you have nothing, people will still sometimes look for you. Sometimes they saw a reel from you, they forgot to follow you, but they know they was like Lara X something, that they look for Lara X something on fucking onlyfans, and they find your onlyfans. So very important to have cross-platform branding where you have the same username or a very, very similar name on different platforms. Content plan, it depends from model to model, from her goals, but I say if it's a very new model, it's enough to have 300 to 100 good pics. Most of the time models just have to check their camera roll. Beautiful girls take pictures from themselves all the time, and girls, they have a ton of pictures of herself. Normally, they can just go through her camera roll, they send you 30 to 100 pics, and you can start promoting them on Instagram, on Reddit, dating apps. For that, that's enough. If it's a completely new model, I say 300 to 100 pics for the start is enough to get the first socials. If it's an already existing model, of course, you already have the Google Drive files and all the content stacks. You can have promote it better, but that's just the way. Then I would make 2 to 3 PPV scripts ready. Then you can already sell. I say 2 are enough for the start, because if you sell to one guy 1 PPV script, and in the half of the PPV script he comes and then he doesn't want to spend any money anymore, you can't sell him the same script. So in the next you have to sell him a different script. So I would say if you get a new model, get at minimum 2 to 3 PPV scripts to sell him into the chatting. What are PPV scripts? Just some chatting scripts you do the selling with, you sell the content. Normally the most profitable way to sell content is to tell it like a story, to make it for the sub look like the model is recording the videos for him live at the time she's chatting with him. Simple, that are the PPV scripts. And 20 short form videos for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all that shit, where you just repost them, because 20 is a good number for a start. It's not too much work for the model. If she's new, she's getting to making these videos, and then she can make more videos, but that's a good number for it. So you can then re-edit them and repost in multiple accounts and get her way faster results. We got a content plan. We optimized her socials. We optimized her OnlyFans. We optimized her welcome message, all that shit. Now, the last part is we're gonna get fast results. Why fast results? Because if the model sees no money, she's becoming unmotivated. And if she's unmotivated, it's shit for you, believe me. If she's unmotivated, she will produce less content, you will make more money, then you go up in the downward spiral, and then you make even less money. So, first of all, we need fast results. The fastest way to get results is if she's already having subs, you analyze her chatting style and milk the existing subs. Because most of the normal girls have no fucking chatter. And some of the shit agencies also have no chatter, and they chat by themselves. So most of the time, if you get a good chatter on it, normally if I get a new girl which is already making OnlyFans, I just set up one of my chatters on her, and we are already making more money because we're chatting 16 hours a day. Not 24 hours, I think 16 hours is better because it looks like the girl is sometimes busy. We chat 16 hours a day, and there he makes good money. Milking fans, fast results. Most of the time, if you're competent, if your chat is competent, you're already making money up. Another one, running black hat shit. I know most of you have problems running black hat shit because it costs a lot of understanding of platforms and everything to run black hat stuff. And most of the people are too scared to run black hat shit. If you have the skills to run black hat shit, do that. Do Reddit, Tinder. I abuse the Instagram bugs all the time. There comes new Instagram bugs which makes you viral. For example, 1 year ago we had a bug where you could just post her pussy out on Instagram, you saw it for a couple of seconds, and this video went fucking viral. Now the bug is fixed, but there are all the time new bugs where you can show tits, pussy, all that shit. For example, there was this breastfeeding method back 1 year ago where we just re-uploaded breastfeeding videos, built up big Instagram accounts with it. There are always bugs. Another, Reddit and Tinder, you get instant results most of the time. Reddit, you have to warm up the account. I know it takes a bit longer, but if you can run Tinder profiles, even if it's not profitable in a big scale, it has a big psychological effect if you run Tinder at the start and the model sees in the first day she's getting revenue. Very, very important, very good, very sexy for the model. She's running it and she sees you are capable, you are making money. Okay, she's more motivated, she produces more content and better content from a more motivated model means you are making more money. So you're not in a downward spiral like all the other agencies, you're in an upward spiral. So get results as fast as possible. Another way are shoutouts. You can make paid shoutouts. For example, you do meme pages or other OnlyFans girls or other influencer girls. If you can shout out your model, you just say, yeah, just them a girl, hey, I like your style, can you please give me a shout out for $10? Just tell that your friend got banned on Instagram if they can follow you. And then they look like, oh, there's a new girl's account, she has like 20 followers, looks a little bit fake, but the influencer girl says that's her girl, that's her friend, and then it's trustworthy, and oh, she has an OnlyFans, sick, I want to sub. Stuff like that. You can do paid shout outs with meme pages and other girls and influencer girls, and believe me, $10 to $20 is fucking enough for most of them, because most of them are fucking broke. A small part of influencers really make money. I managed influencers before I managed OnlyFans girls, and believe me, these motherfuckers are fucking broke. My job was to monetize them. I built products for them. These motherfuckers have no fucking product to sell. They sometimes have brand sponsorship, but that's all, and they pay shit in comparison with your own products. So these girls, most of the time with multiple followers, are very happy to give you a story for $10 to $20. Good group I like to target is 10 to 20k followers. This kind of girls. It don't have to be directly OnlyFans girls, but OnlyFans girls also do it, but their price is sometimes a little bit higher, or they want something else from you. If it's an OnlyFans girl, you can just say, can you shout out my page? Just make a story, hey, should I make content with this girl? And most of the time, that's fucking enough. Important, if you're looking for OnlyFans girls to shout out, or other regular girls who should this shout out for you, look that they look similar to your OnlyFans girls, because guys who follow blondes who are into gaming and cosplay will also like your model if she's into gaming and cosplay. You can also promote it on your pages. I know some of you have meme pages, you can promote them on there, or some YouTube channels, or cross-promote from other YouTube channels. That works very well. From other model channels, shoutouts each other, all possible. That's it. That's how I onboard new models. That's how you should onboard new models. I hope this video helped you out. Thank you for watching. Check out my Telegram channel, more view value there. Thank you for watching and bye.